Hey guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah? Okay. Hello, hello. Gonna give everybody a minute to get on while I get this set up. Look at all your faces. Rachel, good to see ya. Hello, hello. I don't know why it will not let me mute Facebook. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and mute everybody. Feel free to unmute yourself if you have a question or hit that little like raise the hand button in the bottom corner. Amanda, hello. It looks like you're not connected to audio, just so you know. So if you do want to talk, just connect yourself to audio. Okay. Alrighty, let's get into this. Can you guys see my screen? I am not even going to attempt to use that Adobe Reader today because of the fact that I want you guys to actually be able to watch the presentation. So, okay. Look at this list of coaches, guys, freaking awesome. So all of these new coaches for January, I know that a lot of you are on this call right now. Who's here? Who do we have here that's brand new this month? Let me see, do we have anybody on? Amanda, technically. I can't see who else is on, but Amanda technically, but we have tons and tons of new coaches this month. So super excited for that, obviously. Again, going through some things we've talked about before. Caitlin is in month 2 of Success Starter. What Success Starter is hitting Success Club every month for your first 3 months as a coach. Your first month coaching is technically your first full month. So if you signed up in January, February is technically your first month. So if you don't hit it month 1, you have until month 2. What that gets you. Month 3 gets you a free ticket to Summit when you hit it for 3 months in a row. It also gets you a team shirt. I haven't mentioned that, but it also gets you a team shirt when you hit Success Club 3 months in a row. We have some shout outs to do. Amanda is officially an Emerald coach, which is incredible. That means that she has 2 coaches, one on her left leg and one on her right leg, who are active currently. We also have Ashley. Ashley is an Emerald coach, so congratulations, that's huge. What this means for you guys, if you hit Success Club now, you are now eligible for leads and team cycle bonus. So that means pay increase and free leads from Beachbody. This is huge for your business, as if you haven't been in the team page, Linda was talking about leads yesterday and the importance of leads. Go in and watch her little video on like why you want leads. Okay, 500 PV. Guys, PV is over. The PV for January is done. The next, the week ending for our next pay period will be in February. So all volume moving forward is for February. So I want to point out that Caitlin was the top volume producer in our organization this month with 1,517 PV. We had 8 people in the 500 PV club. So you guys will be getting a little special something from me this month. So shout outs to Caitlin, Taylor, myself, Paul, Brittany, Meg, Jen, and Michaela. So super, super excited for you guys. So many of you are very close. So push for that 500 PV this coming month, and there will be a prize for 500 PV each month. So you guys will be getting a little something in the mail. And a way to pull it out at the end of the month, Brittany. Good job. Success Club. Success Club goes till the end of the month. So you guys still can hit Success Club for January. You have until January 31st at midnight, your time to hit Success Club. I don't recommend pushing it till that late, but you can push until midnight on January 31st. So right now we have a ton of people on the board. I know that we're still waiting on a few Success Club points in a few areas too, so hoping some of you will get bumped up into Success Club, but you guys are so close. If your face is on that board, there's no reason you shouldn't be in Success Club. So, and if your face isn't on that board, you can get there. One of our coaches, Taylor, she went from 0 to Success Club in less than 24 hours. So on the last day of the month. So if you want it, you can do it. If you need help, please reach out to myself or your success partner or a leader on this team. Because I want to see you all on that Success Club trip. If you didn't get my little voice memo yesterday, new coaches who may not get the invite for the Success Club trip, there is a small opportunity for you to go. Message me sidebar if you want to go and you don't think you're going to be invited. Message me privately off of this conversation. If you want to go and you don't think you're going to be invited, please message me. Okay. 2018 Obsessed with Being Your Best 3-month challenge group is going on. This is our challenge group that you are able to invite to right now. It's still super, super active. We're on day 11, I think, of 80-day obsession. So we're well on our way and people are still doing awesome. So continue to plug into this group, encourage people in this group, be the best challenger you can be the person you wish you were signing. Be the challenger that you wish you had to sign because you want to lead from the front. You want to lead by example. The Energize for Emerald group. I just got access to this group today, so I will be adding anyone who is not Emerald yet and wants to participate in this. If you hit Emerald during this push group, you will get a free Energize from me. Coach Summit. $145 tickets are still on sale through the end of January. Please get your ticket if you want to go. I think we have 4 spots left in the room. So if you want to, or in our house. So if you want to stay in our house, I think we have 4 spots left. 80-day obsession headbands are still on the table for anyone who continues to do 80-day obsession, drinks their Recover or Shakeology all month long. You'll be getting a headband from myself or your upline if your upline wants to do this. All right, those are all of my announcements. Done with announcements for now. And we're going to move into the topic for the day. We are talking about sharing on social media. I feel like a lot of people just in like today and yesterday have been sending me messages being like, can you take a look at my social media account? Tell me what you think. Am I doing okay? Am I doing too much? Am I not doing enough? And really, as long as you're sharing your story, your real story, you're doing it. Whether you're sharing it once, you're sharing it twice, you're sharing it 20 times. I don't care how much you're posting if you're sharing your real story. So I want to kind of get us all in the mindset. I found some really, really awesome quotes that inspired me, and they're all going to inspire you in a very different way. So I'm not going to read into any of these quotes. I'm just going to read them. And I want you to take from them what you want, because I feel like all of us are going to take something differently, and all of us are going to different ones are going to strike a chord with us. So this is just for like inspiration. So there's 8 quotes we're going to look at real quick. There's a surrendering to your story, and then a knowing that you don't have to stay in your story. There is a surrendering to your story, and then a knowing that you don't have to stay in your story. When we share our stories, what it does is opens up our hearts for other people to share their stories. And it gives us the sense that we are not alone on this journey. It's very important that we tell the truth. Don't tell everything you know, but do tell the truth. Stories are the shortest distance between us and truth. So when we understand and uncover these stories, we can gain the opportunity to understand maybe we need a new story. The whole story is about you. You are the main character. The shortest distance between truth and a human being is a story. The universe presents us with endless opportunities to synchronize our path with our truth. These are real, guys. This one's one of my favorites. Tears are words that need to be written. When you're sharing, it offers the opportunity for someone to help you. A day will come when the story inside you will want to breathe on its own. That's when you will start writing. A day will come when the story inside you will want to breathe on its own. That's when you will start writing. Okay. I hope that those like struck something. I hope at least one of those was like, dang, yes, for you. Because these all kind of like did that to me. And I think that that's when you can really dig into yourself and share your story. So hold on here. Storytelling has always, no matter what company, business, person is sharing on social media, played a part in successful marketing. At its core, an effective story structure is simple. Tell people where you were, what happened, and why you're telling them the story. Where were you? What happened? And why are you telling them now? That's it. That's the structure of every story you should tell. Where were you? What happened? And why are you telling them? So there's an old saying that goes, it takes 1,000 voices to tell a single story. Similarly, it takes the voices in your organization to tell your story. The voices are us. Think of this as the organization is Beachbody. They mastered this. They have hundreds of thousands of coaches telling their story. They did this. So now we need to do this with our teams, our coaches, our customers. We need to be the organization. We need to help our people share our mission, not us share Beachbody's mission. We want our teams to share our mission because it's similar to what Beachbody's trying to do, but at the same time, we are our own businesses. We are our own organizations, and we have our own mission. Some of us are trying to help people combat depression. Some of us are trying to help people with diastasis recti. That's not Beachbody's mission. Of course, it's like a tiny little puzzle in there, but like we have our own mission. So what is your mission? And get your people to help you share your mission. That's what we're trying to do here with our story time. Okay, so I've got some tips for storytelling that I just want to go through before I go through the rest of these slides. Your story needs to have a message, a clear takeaway for your listeners. It has to have a purpose, and it has to make a point. So a story without a message is pointless in business. In some cases, you can also be bold and take it a step further and ask for the action. I wouldn't do this all the time, and I know that goes against everything we've ever said of, hey, I think that you should put a call to action in every single post. That's what we've said for like the entire time we've been coaching, is add a call to action. I'm going to suggest not doing that all the time because it looks salesy. Comment below and I'll send you this. No, because then you're going to put me on a list, and then I'm going to be on a list forever, and I don't want to be on a list. So don't ask for the call to action. Just provide value and let them engage on your posts. Add them to your list. They don't need to know that. They don't think they're opting in for anything at that point. So don't make it salesy by asking for that call to action every single time. We all kind of fall in love with our own stories. We're all leaders. We're self-absorbed in a way. So we're all in love with our own stories. And when we do that, we end up kind of including too many details when we're sharing our story. We kind of ramble sometimes, and this can backfire because people are going to start to tune us out. So not understanding where you're going with your narrative can kind of be hard, whether that's a post or a video or anything. So guard yourself against this by crafting your story. Then walk away from it. Write it down, walk away from it, maybe even for a few days, and then revisit it with fresh eyes and start editing. So think like an editor. I went to school for this. So when I write a paper, I write the paper, walk away from it, come back and take out anything that doesn't need to be there. If it doesn't add to the story and I can remove that sentence and that story is still the same, that's what I would suggest doing, removing the fluff. So prune out all the fluff. Give people enough detail to set the context and to help them experience the story and see what you see. Giving too few details doesn't work either. So make sure you're adding enough detail, but you're just pointing out the vision of the story. You're not, you're aiming for that balance. Okay, here's another tip for when you're storytelling, especially in text, even in stories, like when you're verbally telling a story, use dialogue. So rather than being like, yeah, my husband walked in and he was pissed. No, my husband walked in and he was like, what the F is all over that counter? It's so much more, they call it sticky. People are actually like, oh, what did he say next? What did he say next? I don't know if any of you can relate to this. In like middle school, when you had to read books, like I'm thinking back to like Laura Ingalls Wilder days. When I read the books, I'd skip the paragraphs. I would just read the dialogue between the characters. I would just skip the paragraphs. People do that. That's actually a way that people read. So using dialogue in your text is actually going to help people to read your posts and read more if you have a long story. One more tip. Oh no, two more tips, sorry, before we keep going. We all tell stories. We're all storytellers, whether it's in the fact of like telling your husband about your day, or it's about telling your kids about when you were a kid, or it's about standing in front of a crowd of 100,000 people and telling your life story. We are all storytellers. It's a trait that's gone on for human history. But some of us do it better than others. But it's an art that you can perfect. No one else is, no one's like excluded in being a good storyteller. So if you need some help with storytelling, there is a really good book. It's called Whoever Tells the Best Story Wins. It's by Annette Simmons. I can share that later. This video is being recorded as well. But Whoever Tells the Best Story Wins by Annette Simmons. This book includes some do's and don'ts for storytelling and exercises to help you craft your story. So if you need help writing your story, maybe even determining your why, it might all kind of help together. Might be some good PD. Okay, last tip before we move into like physical writing on social media. But when telling your story, tell it in your words. I don't know if she is, I can't see everybody, but Tatiana is the one I'm going to call out here, because when she writes a post on her own, when I read it, I'm reading it as her, because let's be honest, her English is sometimes a little broken. And when I read that, I'm reading it in her voice. I'm reading it as her. When you read my posts, hopefully you read them as me. When I read Taylor's posts, I read them as Taylor. So don't let someone else write your posts. Don't take somebody else's words. Write them as yourself. Be you, because your people know you and they want to read your posts and hear you. They don't want to hear somebody else. They need that authenticity. So I recommend using talk to text. So like do the little talk to text so it turns into text on your phone, and talk into your phone, tell your story, and then come back and edit it. You can edit it for grammar later, but if you're using your words and it's your words coming out of your mouth and it's not like trying to sound professional or trying to sound like somebody else, it's going to be most authentic to you. The more your story can be read by someone and sound like you, the more they're going to believe it. All right, moving on. So there's so many ways to share your story on social media. Now that you've kind of got like some tips on like how to craft your story a little bit, let's share it on social media. Write your entire story in a Facebook post. Don't write it on a blog and link to your blog. Don't write it in a YouTube video and link to your YouTube video. Put it all in the post. The Facebook algorithm actually shows that if there's a click more, they're more likely to click more and read that than they are to click on something like a link. So it's better to put it all in a post on Facebook than make them click somewhere else to read it. Okay, so that's just a little tip from that. And I don't know if I included it. Oh, yep, I made 2 posts for this. So this is an example. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Humans of New York Facebook page. If you haven't, go check it out. It's one image. It's one image of somebody, and then they tell their story. This is the best storytelling website ever. You will get sucked in for hours, so don't do it before your power hour. But go and check this out. This website is so great. They have crystal clear images, great photographer, and then they tell their story. And it's just a person like sitting on a park bench. Of course I want to know their story. Why are you posting that picture on Facebook? Like, I need to know what that post is about. So that's a really good for inspiration if you need that. Okay. Let's see. Create a Facebook photo album. Okay. A photo tells 1,000 words, right? 1,000 photos tell 100,000 words. So that, when you have a photo album, so if you're doing, I had some ideas on this, but obviously on my trips that I'm going on coming up, I'm going to have a photo album. One of my friends is on her trip right now for Lip Sense. She's in Costa Rica for her lip vacation or something. I don't know what they're calling it. But they're in Costa Rica, and she keeps sharing photos to this album. I'm like, this is kind of genius, because if you don't think I'm sitting there going through all her pictures of, she has no makeup, now she has eyebrows, now she has lipstick, and like all her like lips like turning on her airplane. She was taking pictures and posting all these pictures in her album while on the airplane. It was kind of genius. She's great at marketing. So every time you post to this album, it doesn't just show that you added, like that you put 2 photos on Facebook. It reposts your whole album to your newsfeed. So people are going to see everything, again, every time you add photos to it. So it's a good idea to like trickle your photos into a photo album. Another great way to use this is with your challengers results, testimonial stories. Have a photo album for testimonial stories. Have a photo album from your challengers results. Have a photo album of your own results. So that way when people come, they're not just looking at one picture, because one picture might not do it for them. But when they see your transformation from the beginning and they see all your transformation photos, that might do it for them. When they see repeated transformations over and over and over again, they're like, oh, dang, she really had a transformation. And they can see all of them. So an idea also is invite your challengers to send you their sweaty selfies and create a Facebook album with all your favorites. So be like, I want to do this really fun, creative group, and have your challengers send you like fun sweaty selfies, or like kids working out with them, maybe a family photo album group, like a family workouts. You can do it to your niche, figure out what your niche is, and have some photo albums that are specific to your niche. Alrighty. Produce a long Facebook video. You guys, I've got some videos we can watch for this. I've got a chat. Hold on. Can you create them after they're posted? I don't understand. I'm unmuting you.
The albums. So could you go back through your pictures and
you'd have to upload them again as an album.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a few videos that I want to watch. So Facebook videos can be up to 120 minutes long. Did you know that? 2 hours long. You can add a Facebook video for 2 hours. And so Facebook's great for adding videos, but Facebook's tweaking its algorithms so that the longer videos engage viewers. So they're going to put those longer videos in the newsfeed of viewers more often. So some ways you can do that: collect video testimonials from your customers. Have them send you like a 20-second clip and compile a video of a whole bunch of testimonials. Or for Thanksgiving, everybody do like a what I'm thankful for thing and put a video together of our team. Or do a Valentine's Day, like couple workouts, put a little collage together of couple workouts. Get creative with this. Like my biggest suggestion is don't go and follow coaches on Facebook. Don't do what all the other coaches are doing. Find some awesome brands. One of the videos we're about to watch is from a Tough Mudder event. Another one is from Buffer, which is a social media company. Marketing companies know what they're doing. So, and they're not even that high of quality, but they work. So here, let's watch a couple little videos real quick so that you can understand what I'm saying. They're only a couple minutes each. So.
Oh, hey.
Oh yeah, I see yours. I had to go unicorn you, Taylor. If this would work. Why am I frozen? Okay, hold on. Sorry guys. Let me see if I can fix this. Oh, it's because I'm typing on my laptop, but I should be typing on the desktop. Here we go. I'm an idiot. I'm not crazy. I literally have my laptop sitting right in front of the desktop. So I have 2 keyboards in front of me. Okay. Okay, this is one video that it's just short and sweet, put together with some sort of.
Hi everyone, my name's Bonnie. I'm on the community and marketing team here at Buffer. I'm really grateful for supportive friends and family, a wonderful work environment, and especially my best friend Tuesday.
Hi everyone, this is Alfred Law, community champion here at Buffer. I'm grateful for a job that allows me to spend time with my family and girlfriend.
Hey, Ariel. I'm a community champion on the Buffer team, and I am so grateful for my health so I can move around, practice yoga, and do all the things I love to do.
Hi everyone, my name's Haley Griffiths. I'm a press crafter here at Buffer, and I am grateful to be living close to my family.
Hey everyone, this is Brian Peters. I'm the social media manager here at Buffer. This year I'm thankful for my health, my family, my wife, and the amazing group of people I get to work with every day.
On behalf of the entire Buffer team.
On behalf of the Buffer team.
On behalf of the Buffer team.
On behalf of the Buffer team.
And on behalf of the Buffer team.
We're grateful for you.
We are grateful for you.
We are all grateful for you.
We're grateful for you.
Most of all, we're thankful for you.
So simple and easy, and not to say corny, but hold on, I didn't mean to stop sharing. But that's just one little idea, like super simple. They didn't do anything crazy with that. They're a marketing company. They had 1.7 thousand views on this. That we could do something similar, super easy to put together like that with our challengers. Let me grab the other link. This one's a little more intense. This one's put together with somebody that knows how to use like a drone, but I want to show like the difference and like how much time you put into it. But this is like funny.
What's this? This is your comfort zone right here. And what's this out here? This is where the magic happens.
I would not be where I am today had I not signed up for that very first Tough Mudder, and it's changed my life.
Find where your limits are and push through, overcome those fears.
People, the camaraderie, the atmosphere.
I do. Grab a friend. It's probably the best experiences you'll ever have together. Just show up. You'll make friends for the day and most likely friends for a lifetime.
Well, it's that feeling that you experience when you do a Tough Mudder for the first time. Life begins outside of your comfort zone. Absolutely. Stay within that comfort zone. No favors are done for you. Exactly what Tough Mudder is all about.
I'm definitely going to try to conquer those obstacles that I haven't been able to conquer before, and then try some new ones.
I can't wait to see what 2017 has to offer on the course.
Wenn ihr das erste Mal über diese Ziellinie geht und all die Herausforderungen davor gemeistert habt, das ist einfach unbeschreiblich.
You gotta do something you probably haven't done before. Let me guess. You're probably watching this video right now at your desk. Lame. And you're probably watching it in a business suit. Double lame. Well, think about that.
And what's my New Year's resolution for 2017?
I'm going to try to venture in some more mountains.
Be better than my best.
I want to be where the magic happens with all of this.
Push my limits.
Stop eating fast food.
Get outside.
Get to bed on time. Yeah. Do my taxes.
Be the best version of myself. Eat less cookies.
My New Year's resolution, 75 miles above Tough Mudder. Silver bid. That's my New Year's resolution.
Really live on a greater scale.
And giving my honest best throughout all aspects of my life to train harder and smarter.
Spend some more quality time with my friends and stuff.
Should be a fun year.
No big deal. Write a list, get them all done.
When was the last time
you did something
For the first time.
Was the last time did something for a first time.
Aww. So I just thought it was.
So I get a lot of requests.
I love her. But so nothing crazy. That's not. I mean, that was crazy. That video was pretty crazy. But at the same time, though, like stepping out of the ordinary and doing something a little different, a little effort would probably go a really long way. And I'm not saying you guys have to become like video experts overnight or anything like that, but just be creative. And oh no, what happened to this? Hold on, there we go. Okay, so that's your Facebook video portion. Go live on Facebook. Who hates me right now? Everybody? You all hate me? Guess what? I don't care. I don't care. Go live on Facebook. So being authentic is a key aspect of telling your story, and there's no way to be more real than going live to engage with your audience. There's none. There's no way to be like, oh no, I didn't mean to say that, delete that. Like, there's no way to go back. So it's a great way to reach your fans. Facebook ranks live videos higher in the newsfeed app than anything.
Is there a way to go live and block certain people from watching?
Yes.
Block them on your Facebook page in general. It's the only way that's the only way that you can do that, is block them on your Facebook page. Yeah. So
That's not true.
What's that? I don't know if that's something. Okay. So here, we're gonna watch one more little video, guys. This is my favorite live video in the history of live videos. And most of you have probably seen it.
She's super cute.
Get ready, if you haven't, to laugh your butt off.
Introducing Instablocks. A whole new way to
This was
build
live, they
landing
put it on a
pages.
YouTube video.
Stop wasting time.
Hey, I'm really excited to share with you something I got. Okay, I went to Kohl's today. I had to make a couple returns. Stuff didn't fit. Surprisingly, it was a little too big. Thank you. I know some of you may be thinking the opposite. Shame. No shame. It's all love. It's all love. Okay, so here's what I found when I was at Kohl's. And I'd like to say that I bought this for my son that would really, really want it. And let's be honest, he'll probably confiscate it from me. Confiscate? That's a word, right? Okay, so he'll probably take it from me. However, this is mine. Like, when it's said and done, at the end of the day, this is mine that I bought. And I'm going to keep it for my own. You can see it kind of has Star Wars. Oh, you're getting a little hint. Okay, so you want to see what I got? It's so great. I can't wait to show you. Okay. This is part of my birthday joy, still rejoicing in my birthday. And so here's what I got. I'm going to take it out of the box. And I can't wait to show you. Okay, I'm in a parking lot and people are literally looking at me like crazy. I don't even care. Okay, so here it is. Hold on. It may be a little tight. It may be tight on me. I got to undo it just a little bit. Hold on. Stay patient, people. Stay patient. This is going to be worth it. I promise. Maybe not, but it's worth it to me. And I had to share with my friends on the internet webs. So here's what I'm having trouble getting it. Okay, patient. All right, we're doing good. Okay, so this is what I got. Once again, this is for me, not for Duncan, not for Cadence. I mean, I'll let them play with it. I'm not a bad mom. I'm not a jerk. But in all honesty, at the end of the day, it doesn't go in their toy box. It goes in my room. So here we go. I gotta take off my glasses for it. Oh, naturally. Okay, here we go. So, yes! Now my mouth actually moves. That's not me making that noise, it's the mask! Here, listen. This is worth every penny! Drive around like this. Oh, okay. Now I'm gonna let Chewbacca talk here. Oh my gosh, I'm in tears. Wow. birthday present ever to myself. Wow. Oh my goodness. Y'all have an incredible day. It's the simple joys. Hey, I'm
Okay,
really
so I am
excited
like
to share with
in
you.
tears that video makes me laugh so much every single time. So anyway, she is one of the highest ever Facebook Live videos ever because she was just real and it was hysterical and it was in a moment and she just captured it. So this isn't branded content. It's not like for Beachbody. It's not for anything. But like, imagine you get a video like that goes viral. People are going to come to your page. They're going to come check you out because you're hysterical. So it's a 3-act structure. That video follows a 3-act structure. Setup, introduction of the video, where she describes her experience going to Kohl's and like that she got something and she was returning something and she already like sets it up. Confrontation. She builds it up as she unboxes that Chewbacca mask. She builds it up like, stay with me, you're gonna love it, this is for me. She builds it up. And then the resolution or the climax where she just laughs uncontrollably for like 12 hours. So that live video is just an exact example of what to do when you go live. Be you, be genuine, be real, share a story, whether that's a funny story or whether that's like a real heartfelt story or whether that's just like a story in general, just like a real life story. But here's an idea for you to try. It can be tough to go onto Facebook live without preparation. It can be, I get it. So try creating a storyline. Use that 3-act structure. Set it up, the confrontation and the resolution or the climax. So describe it, like talk about it, and then the confrontation, like bring people like up, like what is, like build up the excitement and then give the excitement. That's kind of the structure you should do with whether you're sharing a story or sharing a moment, or maybe it's like you got a package in the mail and you're sharing your package in the mail, or your kids are doing something special, like walking, or doing something fun like that, like anything. Or maybe you're telling your kids that you're going to Disney World, like, or you're doing something that's exciting. You know what I mean? Something like that where there's going to be a reaction. That reaction could be great. It could be bad. Who knows? But it's live and it's real. So it could be perfect and amazing and bring tears or bring laughs to a whole bunch of people. Or you can delete it when it's done. That's an option. So if all else fails, delete it when it's done. But if it's not like someone freaked out or was super embarrassing for somebody, leave it up. It's not going to hurt anything.
So it could literally be something like, it could literally be something like a road trip.
A road trip?
Like anything.
I mean,
anything exciting. Like to go somewhere like super, super exciting.
It could be about anything. Like a live video, if you want to do a live video, it could be about anything. She's at work. Okay, so this can be a live video about like where you share tips, a behind the scenes video, maybe a behind the scenes video of coaching, or a behind the scenes video of like getting a challenger going, or like getting results from a challenger, or behind the scenes video of like you taking your measurements in the week, or if you want to do it about coaching, or it can be a behind the scenes video of meal prepping or grocery shopping or anything. Like there's a lot of like behind the scenes things you could do as a coach. But there could be behind the scenes things that you do as a mom, like, hey guys, you think my life is perfect and my room is clean? Like if you saw the other side of this screen, like you wouldn't actually, like show them the behind the scenes, show them the real life. Or the opposite, maybe you look like a hot mess, but really you've got it all together. Props to you. But whatever that behind the scenes looks like for you. So, or maybe it's a Q&A. You can do a live video and invite someone to it with you and do a live Q&A. Get a challenger to jump on with you and ask them questions about their journey. Ask another coach about questions about their journey. Do a Q&A with like a success partner or a challenger. Could be something fun like that, but just some ideas. So that's all I have for you guys. I want to open it up. We've got about 10 minutes left that we can ask some questions. It doesn't have to be directly related to this topic, but does anybody have questions for me? Nobody? Nothing? Who's going to go live this week? I need to see more hands. Brittany, raise your hand. Brittany's going live this week. Ashley, raise your hand. Linda.
Hey, I went live on Monday.
Good job. Linda, don't ignore me. Raise your hand. You're going live this week. I can't see everybody else raise their hand, but I know Corinne goes live. I know she goes live in her group. She needs to go live on her page. I can't tell who these other people are and if they're working or if they're listening. So anyway, guys, I really encourage you guys to go live. I encourage you to start sharing your story. When it comes to content on your pages, make it an 80-20 rule. 80-20 rule is what I always go by for my nutrition, what I go by for my life, what I go by for posting on social media. 80-20, 80% life, 20% business, okay? So 20% of it should be like, hey, buy this. Not ever, don't ever do that. But it should be 20% like pushy, 80% sharing your life. Your life should look like a coach's life. So when you're sharing your life, it should all be related anyway. You know what I mean? Like when I'm sharing my life, I'm sharing that I'm working. I'm a coach, I'm working. It's going to be related. When I'm sharing about my life, I'm like taking my kids doing activities that are like active things. When I'm taking my life, when I'm sharing my life, I'm going out to eat and I'm eating something healthy. So when I'm sharing my life, it's still related, but it's not Beachbody. And I don't say Beachbody. I don't say Shakeology. I don't say 80-day obsession. I don't say the programs I'm doing. Generally, I was doing it for 80-day obsession a little bit. I was like saying like what day I was on, but I actually stopped doing that because, long story. Anyway, I stopped doing that. So I'm just sharing every day. I'm doing something different. One day I'm doing a picture. One day I'm doing a collage. One day I'm doing a video, and I'm doing something different every day. And I'm sharing that on Facebook and Instagram. So that's kind of what's working for me. Obviously, I share because it's working for me. That doesn't mean it's going to work for you, and it doesn't mean you have to do it. Just like all the hundreds of thousands of coaches that tell you what they do, and you think you have to do what they do, you don't. Figure out what works for you and do you. Don't think you have to be somebody else or mold yourself based on me or Nicolette or Brittany or anybody in our upline. You don't have to do what we do. Figure out what works for you and do you. That's what's going to help you succeed, is when you're real to your story, your life, your desires, whatever makes this business fun for you. That's when you'll start to succeed. Does that make sense? Training is great. Doing all the things and learning all the things is great. And then taking one or two things you learn every time and implementing them. That's what I suggest. Corinne just got all her fixtures in her house, so she's going to share them live. She just sent me a message. Okay.
Steph, do you have a program that you suggest for making those videos?
So there's a few different programs that you can use. iMovie's pretty easy to use. If you don't have an I like it on my computer way better than my phone, but you can do it on your phone if you have an iPhone. The apps that I've been using lately are Quick is pretty good, but I honestly am not a fan because it like you can't specifically like put the clips you want in there, and that was bothering me because I'm like, well, you got all the clips of where I was like not working out. So the one that I've been liking is InShot. InShot seems to be a good one. But I've always used iMovie before this because you can speed it up, you can do a bunch of things. But let me also point this out. All this fluff, all this extra stuff is great after you do your power hour. You don't do any of this extra creative stuff until you've invited. When you invite, then spend the extra time you have during the day on creative, because if you're not inviting, if you're not doing the things, you don't have a business to move forward. If you're just creating things and pushing it out there and you're not actually inviting, you're never going to have sales. And if you don't have sales, you don't have a business. Know what I mean? Make sense? Tough love there. Okay. Who needs help from me on anything? Does anybody need me for anything specifically? I don't like it when you don't need me. I'm just saying. I'm a very needy person. Okay, well, if you do, message me. You know where to find me. Make sure you're doing your power hours. If you guys need a different power hour tracker, if whatever you have isn't working, you know where to find me. I can get you something that works for you. And take one thing you learned today, one thing plus live videos, and implement it. Okay? Don't think you have to go and just do everything I just said. Take one or maybe two, a couple things that you learned today, and go implement those things. And just start to make little tiny adjustments in your business to keep yourself moving forward, keeping momentum going. Okay? Alrighty. I'll chat with y'all later. If you haven't thought about it or talked to your spouse about the trip, please let me know. Or, well, talk to them and then let me know. All right, I'll talk to you all later. Have a great weekend if I don't hear from you guys. Bye.